Okay, so we're gonna talk about today is just a couple general topics about human development and about mental conditioning, where people at versus where people want to be. Um, and I'm gonna share with you something that my friend shared with me, and it's now stuck with me. And I'm gonna say it in the beginning because it'll probably stick with you. A blessing is not a blessing until you pass it on to someone. I'll say it again. A blessing is not a blessing until you pass it on to someone. So, if in reference to if you have knowledge of things to help people out and you're around people that want to succeed, they're, self-driven, they're motivated, share with them what you know. Because today, as we spoke about a weekend or so ago, that a lot of people in America have that crab in a bucket mentality that they'll keep pushing you down so they can get to the top. And you know what? No one ever does get to the top because they're getting pushed down by the next guy. And what I wanted to address in circumstances like that is the reason why you may be on this video, or curiosity, is that you've already taken the first step to be better and not have that mentality. And as you're progressing and as you're going through your daily, monthly, yearly goals, that should be something that you're thinking about and you're putting back into the earth. So there's a context that says you bring about what you think about. Okay, they're called positive affirmations. And the reason this video is being made, it can be from younger children to teenagers, young males and females, up to even adults, because there is a myriad of people that don't have this vital information, or even small educational topics that'll put you to the path of success, or accomplishing a goal that maybe you had a shortcoming and it didn't work out. And there's plenty of motivational videos and all that stuff. I'm just here to cut to the basics and get to the meat and potatoes of what really matters. Okay, you need to know the environment that you're in, and you need to know the average person that walks by, the naysayers or people that are negative and stuff like that. Sometimes it's not always their fault. Sometimes it's what they're subject to in their environment or what they grew up in. So it's not any of their fault. But also, in addition to that, a lot of people are closed minded. Okay, the people that are successful, or that maybe reach it to a certain level where you want to reach, they open their mind to the level of exposure of new things. And that is one of the most important and critical aspects, is because once you do that, oh, it's almost limitless after that point. And the context in regards to a blessing is not a blessing unless you pass it on formulates everything in that, in regards to mentality, the way you hold yourself, your character, and how you're going to deliver a message to someone else, whether they need it or not. They may use it somewhere down the line. Now, one of the things I noticed with that crab in a bucket, crab in a barrel mentality, is that it only gets you to a certain point and then someone just runs over top of you. Okay, and if you ever took notice to entrepreneurs or people and the people they work with, they all want to win, not because they're stepping on each other, because they were self motivated before they got to whatever business that they're at, and they found a similar context as to, oh, I like what you do, I want to be a part of it. And with being a part of that culture for that business is what makes it so successful, because everybody just meshes in on positivity, creating, generating results, doing the hard work. It's almost effortless. Now, what you have to do is come across people like that. And majority of the time, it's hard to. So, start it yourself. Be the change that you want to be. That was a famous line that was said all of 2020. Be the change that you want to be. Hard to do. Is it possible though? Yes, it is. So, okay, well, how do you go about something like that? Start small. Make daily goals. Start with yourself, your character, how you walk, how you talk, how you hold yourself, how you hold yourself accountable for certain things you do. Start small and progress outward. Okay, you make daily goals. All right, well, do something different today that you don't normally do, or um, try doing something positive, like walking up and saying, "Hey, how's your day going?" Just by that simple thing alone, you can change someone's day. You'd be surprised. Okay, even if you gave someone a compliment, or just did something for yourself, like, hey, let me get down on the ground and do 10, 15 push-ups today. Start that level of consistency today. Start it early, or start it wherever you're at. There's always room for change, no matter what age you are, no matter where you came from. There's always a point of making yourself just a little bit better than you were yesterday. And the more you keep applying that, the more people are attracted to you, the more people want to know, like, hey, what is it all that you're doing? Because it's curiosity, and it's a human reaction to say, oh, that's really cool. Like, I'd like to be a part of something like that, or just viewing it because it's appealing. And as you're going through things in life, you start to find out that maybe you don't like the situation you're in. Maybe you don't like where you're at right now. Okay, you have the ability to change. Nothing's stopping you. After you watch this video, if you want to change, you can do 10 or 15 push ups. Maybe have a physical limitation. There's alternative ways to help your body or help your mind in every aspect. There's disabled people. There's people that have mental instability. There's people that have terrible upbringings. There's people that have, all you name it. Every single excuse or reason that was ever made, there is an exact combative effect that you can put with that to them progress and get a result. Every single one. And history repeats itself. So, okay, we know it's bound to happen. It's happened in the family line, or it's happened to this, and this person I know. Well, which one of you took a stand to do something different? Not follow the trend, but break off and say, okay, I'm doing this over here. And sometimes it takes a person with a lot of guts and stuff to do that, because that route is less traveled. It's like a river, it's like a stream of water. It's going to go towards the path of least resistance. Well, that's not the path that you're here to take. Maybe it is, but maybe you'll find yourself one day saying, I want to do something. Right there, that small thought in your head means you want better. And to want better, you have to be better. And the reason that I say these things is because the normal person may know this, but then someone watching this video may not. Or they may have heard it, but they don't put their words into context, and then context into action, and then action into result, and then consistently do it on a daily basis. And there's no way that you're going to reach perfect, but you're going to be a heck of a lot better than you were a day ago, a week ago. And people are going to see that, whether you know them, whether you just meet them, whatever the case is. It's an appealing thing to human beings in general. Okay, and it can be in something you like. Maybe you want to be a better shooter. Okay, go practice that. Maybe you're not good at taking tests. Go study. Maybe you're not good at reading. Go learn how to read. If there's a problem, there's a solution. In the world today that we have, there's almost a solution for every given problem. You have anxiety or you have depression, there's ways to combat it. Find something that suits you in a positive manner, of course, and go crush it. Go out there, defeat what your obstacle is, and then move on. Because in this day and age, you have the ability to do so much, so why would you do so little? And if you feel like you're doing little, maybe you need a push in the right direction. Maybe you need a buddy check to knock on the door and say, hey, get up, let's go, we're leaving. On the move, out, progressing towards whatever we're going to do for that day. Sometimes people need that too. And that's awesome. And I'm happy if people are stepping up to go and do that. Or even if it was a simple thought like, hey, I wonder how he's doing today. That shows that the wheels are turning and an active level of progression is starting to take effect. It's like planting a seed in the ground and watering it. But I just want to touch on a couple things that it may help you. This may be stuff you already know, or maybe you can say, hey, I got a good video. This guy got good stuff. He has, some good wisdom. Check it out. Because another human flaw is that you can tell someone 1,000 times But when they hear the same thing from somebody else, it clicks different. The message or the delivery, something has changed in the context of words that are being used. Or maybe it's because it's a new face. Maybe it's because they like the character more from where it's coming from. Because there's a lot of humans that us in general as a population that do that. Or sometimes we say, you know what, maybe I'll just listen to it, and they may take something out of it. Awesome if you do. Go ahead and use it. That's what this is here for. And to be the change that you want to see means that there's steps that's taken, such as now, such as if you're watching this, that you are already in the state of maybe you don't like where you're at. Maybe you want to be better. Maybe there's something that is holding you back and you're like, man, I need to know how to get out of this. Okay, there's an avenue. I may not know what it is, but someone does. Someone has been there. Someone has crushed that goal, and someone has went after something better. No reason why you can't too. And I love hearing people's stories about stuff they went through, what they're going through. I love listening to the stories about where they are today and why they're there, and then asking them, okay, so what do you want out of this? What do you want to do with it? What do you know what to do with it? And it gets them thinking a little bit, and maybe they do, maybe they don't care as much, but it's already a seed planted in the brain saying, I want to go do this or I want to do that. Great, let's go do it. It's already started, boom, from then on. And all it took was someone asking them that question for them to self-reflect and evaluate in regards to their daily actions, their responsibilities, and what their next goal is. Even if it's something simple, go after it and crush it. And then as this becomes a norm to the mass population, the generations coming up will do the same. And all it takes is from me to you and to the next guy, and then fans out, just spreads out like a spider web. And many people are doing it, and it's appealing, and they're all saying the same message. My message is no different. I just gave it in a different context. Maybe one guy you understood and this guy you didn't. Hopefully with me, I'm real down to earth and you resonate with, hey, yeah, I could think of start doing something nice for somebody today, your significant other, or maybe a friend, or maybe just for yourself. Because self-care is a thing that people do not take into effect in doing things every day. They're real busy. They got this going on. They got stress. They got work. They got bills. When is there ever self-care? That is another big thing that in the human development factor that we neglect because we're so forward on maybe doing something for someone else or worrying about someone else. And if you are worried about yourself, maybe it's the total opposite. You have so much self-care now you want to go do something with someone else. Okay, so it's always a flipping the switch effect. Now, what state are you in is what you have to ask yourself. Where do you want to be and how are you going to get there? Write a daily goal, a weekly goal, a monthly goal, and then when you progress to yearly goals and start crushing it. Ask someone to hold you accountable to those goals if that's what's needed. And I'm sure people will be more than happy. I mean, even ask me. Hey, did you do that goal this week? All right, did you do that this month? Hey, next time I see you, hey, remember that thing you told me? Or did you try? Did you do it? And the more I keep asking, and the more I'm like, yeah, that's right, I got to get down and do that. And hopefully it'll create a positive effect and then spread to everyone else as the more they come in contact with you and me and other people like-minded. It's about being the best version of yourself, taking that, and then passing it on to someone else. That's how assets are created, and everyone is of value. Everyone is worthy, and there's not one person in this world that doesn't deserve a chance to be great, regardless of where they come from. Some people it takes them 100 times. Well, as long as they're not giving up, hey, this is the next step we need to take. And it's the hardest challenge to do, but it's also the most rewarding. So hope you guys got something out of it, and have a good day. My website is www.directassetdynamics.net, and stay tuned and subscribe for more videos, or just come check it out once in a while if you need to show your sons, your daughters, Maybe someone has never talked to you in this type of manner. Maybe unfortunate early events in your childhood have happened that they need, which is kids, children, young adults, males and females, need this type of talk to say, you know what, I need to get my mind in the right place. Maybe some adults do. You never know who you run into and who you can give a blessing to. So, have a great day. See you later.